Center, the National Broadcasting Company presents Late Night with
Karen and Alkuma.
Tonight's guests are
Etash Chandran. Nathan Tran.
musical guests
Aishan Javali.
and featuring the legendary
Matthew Little.
Ooh, is it tea time? Or am I just about to introduce our newest guest, the King of Inland?
Hello, my good Charles, is it?
My name? No. But you want to talk about Britain's Got Talent?
Oh, well, Charles, I suppose I shall. William Gladstone is a few sentences short of a picnic, but I suppose he's an anorak when it comes to voting.
Oh, is he now?
Yes, he pulled a blinder when it came to extending the right to vote. Now the audience can vote for their favorite contestants.
How nice. Almost as if we should have been in that place ever since.
What was that, Oliver?
Well, I was nothing. I was just going to say how nice it was.
Verily, for now his act has added yet another 2 million voters.
However, I've heard rumors that a certain redhead must pay burdensome taxes.
Oh yes, some of our audience has to pay since they sit further up in the seats.
I've heard that they want to be able to have more independence than just votes.
Well, you tell me, Harry. That liberal Gladstone wants everybody to have more rights. But Bob's your uncle. I'm afraid the judges panel said no.
Well, that's all the time we have for this interview. Thanks for joining us.
Of course, Henry. It was my pleasure. Woo! It's tea time. Cheerio, mate.
And now, let me welcome our new guest, King Alfonso XII. Hello, King Alfonso. It's been a long time.
It's good to meet you, James.
Oh, I heard that you published a new book.
Yeah, it's about creating a parliamentary government for my country. A thrilling read.
Can you give us some hints about it?
Well, it talks about a two-party system of conservatives and liberals, and about the voting population.
Wow.
Yes, I read it a little bit in the sneak peek, and that you gave me. However, some of your critics say that the measures exclude some working class, and therefore are not included in the electorate.
I'm glad you brought that up. While Spain believes that all citizens are valuable to our great country, we have been cautious in expanding the voting privileges in an orderly manner so as not to vest too much political power in the working class, as some have unfortunately begun to support socialism and anarchism.
That's a good point you bring up there. I've seen that you have some trouble with those pesky socialists.
We did, but thanks to the brave actions of our military, we were able to keep the country whole, and overall more conservative thanks to the Catholic Church and large landowners.
Well, thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me on, James.
Okay. Well, that was King Alfonso XII. But stick around. We'll be back for Austria-Hungary. We're back. Now let me introduce our newest guest, Emperor Francis Joseph of Austria-Hungary. He has come to talk to us about his new movie, Austria-Hungary, The Civil War. The movie following Austria-Hungary, the Winter Habsburg. Please welcome here Francis Joseph. Hello, Francis. Good, how are you? I'm fine, thank you. Well, Francis, I was just gonna ask you to explain what happens in the movie for us, but don't spoil too much, because we want to see it.
Well, James, I thought you'd never ask. This movie is obviously centered around the most important figure in all of Austria-Hungary, me.
Nice.
Of course. The previous movie is called The Winter Habsburg, in reference to my cold-hearted nature towards the Hungarian, Czech, and Slovak populations. This time, I'm reflecting the ethnic crisis that is occurring within Austria-Hungary between the Magyars, Austria-Hungary, and the various other insignificant ethnic groups within our dual monarchy.
Wow, that's very interesting. But it's just an ethnic crisis that's occurring. Why go so far to call it a civil war?
Well, I just think that it has a better ring to it. Also, it serves as a way to engage the audience into the movie. There very well is the possibility, but with the stance of our monarchy right now, it's probably highly unlikely.
Wow, clickbaiting my audience. I see. Well then, Francis, where do you fall in all this mumbo-jumbo?
I'm pretty much the sole ruler right now. We tell the people of Austria that they're represented by a parliament, but I'm the one who appoints the members, and even then I usually bypass them. I'm also the king of Hungary, but that's mostly dominated by the Hungarian Magyars anyways.
How cunning. Would you be able to show us a clip from your movie?
Of course.
interesting clip you chose to show us, and a little bit egotistical.
What'd you say?
I didn't mean to offend you in any way. Oh, okay, you know what?
You get what you deserve.
Untimely death of our comrade James Carden, I have been chosen to take the host duties, and would like to welcome to the stage Agostino De Britis.
Ah, yes. I would always make time for my good friend, Charles.
Right now, your country seems to be in turmoil. What are some of the greatest challenges you're facing?
As you have pointed out, our country is struggling for the moment, but fear not, we will soon become a great power. I believe that our greatest challenge at the moment is our internal weakness, due to many Italians giving their loyalty to their families, town, and regions above the newly formed state. Furthermore, there are some differences that are hard to overcome, even for me, between the industrializing north and the poverty-stricken south.
Wow, that's really interesting. Now, I've been hearing reports that the Catholic Church doesn't accept Italy as a new state. What do you think of this?
Well, it is the government's belief that the church is only doing this despite our glorious state, as we took control of the papal states from them during their unification. Don't pay it any attention.
Okay, if you say so. What about the current conflict going on? What's that all about?
That's actually covered up in a new upcoming documentary that I'm going to be releasing soon. But basically, many of the early industrialists are taught to be taking advantage of the workers, creating chronic turmoil which seems to be undermining the social fabric. This has also been part of some of the civil unrest due to the small electorate, which we are working to enlarge steadily.
That's interesting. Maybe we can play a clip of it.
Hey, how's it going, guys? And welcome to Best Trends. Today we're going to be going over 5 Fortnite YouTubers who've sworn. Do you want some free V-Bucks?
Yes.
Well, we're going to be giving away $25 worth of V-Bucks to 50 different people. All you have to do is leave a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on notifications. And once you've done all that, go down below in the comment section and comment free V-Bucks.
Wow, that's just amazing cinematography.
But easy, man.
However, some of your critics say you might be getting too caught up in this, and instead should address an important facet of your government: corruption.
I have been working hard throughout my term in order to stop the corruption of government officials and add some stability to our government, which has been tumultuous due to the ever-changing coalitions. I believe that we are so close to fixing this issue and will soon be able to cast this part of our history aside.
Thank you for coming on, Mr. De Britis. I hope you'll come by again soon.
Thank you for having me today. Benissimo. Adios.
I just got word. An old friend of mine has just dropped by. I believe we can make time for him. Everyone welcome Albert LeBurn. Hey, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing great.
So, what made you decide to drop by?
Well, I wanted to tell you about my new show that we're coming out with. It's the season 3 of my TV series, The Republics of France.
Third season already? Wow, I remember the first season with Napoleon. That was amazing. And the second season with Louis Napoleon, he was good as well.
Yeah, this season is jam-packed.
Can you give us a quick little teaser?
Alright. So, where did season 2 leave off? Oh, that's right. Season 2 ended because of that crazy Prussian guy. And I don't want to give away too much, but there are 2 new groups competing to survive. These 2 groups are the National Assembly and the Commune.
I know there's been uproar with the last few seasons because there are no lead female actors.
Yeah, well, this time we got Louis Michel, and she's one of the leaders of the Commune, but of course this won't really matter because the Commune's going to be destroyed anyways. And there's a new constitution and the new chapter.
Wait, you're spoiling it for all of us.
Oh, I'm so sorry, I totally forgot.
It's okay. But tell us about the special actor you've been teasing.
Yeah, well, that would be General George Bolganger, and this season there's a wild 5-way love plot between him, the monarchs, the Bonapartes, the aristocrats, and the nationalists. Let's just say though, things don't turn out too well for him.
Interesting. That's all we have time for. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll be right back with Germany. Let's give it up for Detmar Kramer.
Hey,
Hey, how's it going? How's your new championship soccer team?
it's good. It's really good. We just won the World Cup for 1878 for the German team.
Now let's get a clip of the German team practicing.
Well, yeah, I'm very fortunate to be managing one of the best teams of the century. But as with every championship and sports team, there come problems, whether it be with the players, with the coaches, and especially with the owners. It takes a toll on your life.
Well, what are you doing to deal with that right now?
Well, one of the main points is that Bismarck, our freaking owner, keeps making promises and then just randomly out of the blue dropping them. At one point, he made a promise to our coaches, and he made them go on strike for higher pay. And right when we were about to give them, he completely threw them into the open. He completely betrayed them. And now he switched sides to the players, and now he wants them to start a strike. And then he dropped the coaches and made the public look like the coaches were being greedy for money.
Wow, what a low blow.
And after this dilemma, he joined the players, tried to get them to get rid of the new coaches, to hire new ones that he controls. The players resisted for a while, but then he started bribing them, promising them for random pay raises. But as the word started to spread around the team, people realized how cunning he was, and people just dismissed everything he had ever said.
That was the right call, then. Wait, I'll let you explain how it ended.
Finally, he got mad. He got mad. He was yelling that day. He started to plan to do bad things to our team, corrupt the public's image of our team. But before he could, me, the coaches, the players, everyone else that he had tricked, we contacted the BND, the German FBI. And now he's been taken, and then now there's evidence of him match fixing and bribing, and he's not coming back for a long time.
Well, that was a really interesting story. Thank you for sharing it. But that's all the time we have for you today. Thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me. I'll see you.
Welcome Alexander III of Russia to the stage, and he will be introducing us to his YouTube channel, which has recently skyrocketed in views. Please give it up for Not Tsar Alexander. Well, Alexander, what kind of videos do you make?
I make gaming videos. I primarily play games such as Minecraft.
How interesting. What has driven you to do this?
Well, I see it as a way to take out the immense anger that is built up over the course of my life. My father was actually assassinated, and I was made the Tsar of Russia at a very young age. My father also tried to make many radical reforms, which were utter failures and even resulted in his death. The way that I see it is that if I can't get my revenge on the Russian people, at least I can take my anger out on some 9-year-old in their parents' basement.
Well, Alexander, that is quite tragic. I hope that you haven't found it difficult to cope with such a loss.
I've actually found it to be painstakingly hard. This also led me to go back on all of the reforms that my father carried out to establish a strong totalitarian government out of anger and bitter circumstances.
Well then, Alexander, why don't you show us a few clips of your amazing gameplay?
Sure, James.
Wow, such amazing gameplay. I wish I could be like that. Okay, thank you for your time, Alexander. I hope I'll see you again soon.
Yeah, I'm an epic gamer, thanks.
Wow, what an incredible cast of characters. I hope that we all see them again soon, and they have improved in their struggles. Can we get one last round of applause for all our comrades that came on the show today?
Yes, Mikhail.
Oh yes.
What the?
Okay.
Let's go!
Okay, this is
Do you have
epic.
to press me finish?